The next show is planned for April 9th, 2022. It's about 29 weeks to bring something really special to the stage. I'm very confident that that's going to happen.
Good morning, people. Welcome back to another video. 10 days out. That is insane. Insane to think. Today's Wednesday, the 16th of March. And yeah, 10 days, March 26th, it goes down. So next weekend, we're heading out to step on stage for the first time since 2019 again. So it's been a 3-year journey about to culminate in 10 days. So just give you guys a rundown of how this week is going. Things are good. We're down to 156.5, so still hanging around that 156 mark. So we're net down from the beginning of last week around that 157.5, I believe. And we're just kind of hanging tight here right now. We did actually bump up carbs a little bit this week. Not much. I think it was 20 grams. But what that did get me was half a bagel back in my diet, which is nice. So my last meal now is eggs, turkey bacon, veggies, and now half a bagel added in there. So that is a very, very nice way to end the day. And, you know, it's amazing how just the little things now, you know, from being on prep for so long, the taste and just, you know, the texture of different foods and stuff like that, it really hits the spot. And then we get the refeed on Friday, which is back to the standard refeed. So you guys know we did the extra high refeed last week at, you know, 400 carb or whatever it was. This week is back to the original pre that, which is 270, I think. So back to the burger and fries all measured and weighed out. So pretty stoked about that. And then we got peak week lined up for next week. I was toying around with trying to do videos, you know, a couple next week, but I just don't think that's going to be feasible. So what we'll do is we'll probably do one more this weekend at a week out for you guys and just maybe discuss things. Maybe we'll do just more of a sit-down chat. And then we're going to do a one-day-out vlog for sure, and then the show day video, obviously. That's definitely not missed. So, yeah, as far as how next week is laid out, we'll probably save that for this weekend's video. But today, as you guys see by the title of the video, we're going to do a Q&A again. I had a poll up on Instagram a week or so ago and got a lot of questions come in, and I didn't get to all of them on Instagram, so I saved some of them for this video. Thought it'd be kind of cool, but instead of just sitting down and just talking about the questions, we're going to kind of do like a mini vlog and kind of taper them in. So we'll answer a question right now, and then we're going to get meal one in, and then we're going to get ready to go train. So the first question I wanted to address was someone asked if there was any regrets I have from prep. And the short answer is no. I don't have any, you know, regrets at all as far as like, you know, how things have been structured or things I've done or anything like that. I think the only thing that I would say, like from a negative side of it, is there was a period of time, which I will talk about more in depth, but there was a period of time, and I'm not gonna lie, that I think I might have pushed myself forward for potentially the wrong reasons. Again, we'll probably dive into that because it's not something to just talk about just really short here, but you know, my reasonings for pushing myself at certain phases at a certain point weren't necessarily the best, both physically and mentally. It just was it was a weird spot I was in prep. It's hard to explain just really short, but you know, we'll talk about that maybe a little bit later. Sorry to leave you guys hanging a little bit, but as to answer the main question, no, there are no prep regrets. I think this prep has gone as a whole exceedingly well. You know, working with Cliff has been amazing. The support I've had has been incredible. So there's nothing but positive, at this point, I can say. But, didn't come with its low periods as well. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get meal one in. We've got it ready right here. Berries, protein, the huge, and then we've got legs. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. All right. Before we train, gotta take the dog for a walk. Let's answer another question. This one is a cool one because this has changed over the course of my bodybuilding career, and that is what is the most exciting part of prep? Now, I would say, there goes wifey right there. I would say before, competing, for sure, obviously, right? That's the most exciting part of prep. But what I will say now, especially with this one, the friends that I've met, the people that are involved in this, it's just the whole experience of it all. And, some of the shows that I'm traveling to, I'm meeting people that I have, spoken to, but have never met. I've spoken to online for years now. The guys that I do the podcast with, we've been, basically talking every single day for years now, but, I've never formally met them. So that's pretty cool. Guys that I look up to in the sport, like Brett Freeman's going to be at the show. So meeting him is going to be pretty surreal. Little fangirl moment. And just, other guys, Greg, Jared, people that I've met and become good friends with. And to be able to experience this all with them is going to be really cool. And, that might be honestly trumping even the idea of competing itself, as just meeting these people that you've bonded with. And obviously having friends and family there is huge, right? But, that to me is right up there with probably being the most exciting part of this prep in particular. And, along with being a return to the stage after basically 3 years. But, yeah, it's interesting how things change over time. Anyways, I'm going to finish this walk, then I'll catch you guys in the gym. Okay, we'll answer one more question before we get going here. And it's kind of appropriate since we just come back from a walk, but the person asked, how many steps am I doing per day? And straight up, guys, I have never, ever in my bodybuilding career tracked steps. And that's going to sound insane for some people, but anytime I've ever done cardio or, tracked output, for example, it's just been like, how many sessions and how long, right? So right now I'm doing 2 20-minute sessions of LISS, so light intensity steady state per week. Do it on the treadmill there. I just put it up on an incline and walk. Previously I've done treadmill, I've done spin bike, stuff like that. But as far as like, using an Apple Watch or my phone or a Fitbit, I've never tracked steps. I know some people are like religious about that. And maybe if I had a sedentary job where I was sitting all day and, my step count was like 2,000, maybe there would be some utility for that for me, but I don't track steps, never have, and I don't see, for me, why I ever would, to be honest, unless my lifestyle changes dramatically where, like I said, I'm at a sedentary job, but, I get up, I get moving around, I walk the dog, I train, I'm at work all day on my feet, come home, walk the dog, so there's no shortage of activity in my day-to-day life. So yeah, straight up, don't track steps. But anyways, let's rock and roll here. So we got legs today, 10 days out, so today will be probably like, if a normal session's like 10 out of 10 from like an intensity standpoint, we're probably gonna run with like a 7-8 today. We'll do some hard sets, but nothing too crazy. I'm not going to deadlift today because last week when I deadlifted, my hamstrings were roasted, like sore as shit. And that's one thing, guys, that you'll notice, as you get deeper into prep, especially at this phase, like, we're sub 2 weeks out, like, you gotta be conscious of recovery, right? So for myself, if I notice that deadlifts, that weighted stretch, is causing a lot of muscular damage and fatigue, then right now is not the time to run with that. So we'll probably opt for more machine isolation work today. You know, maybe add in a set here and there to make up for the volume elsewhere. So like hamstring curls, maybe we'll do 4 sets today instead of, you know, 3, since we're not deadlifting. But yeah, you know, we'll still do some work, but nothing too insane. Okay, so I'm just gonna get warmed up, do some typical mobility stuff, and then we'll dive on in. Next question, how do you know when you're ready to compete? This question, guys, is impossible to answer because I think for many of us, probably most of us, we will always think we're not ready. We're not big enough, you know, we don't have enough muscle, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, if I thought that back in the day, you know, I started competing 2015, right? So we're like 7 years later, I wouldn't be here. I think sometimes you just gotta take the jump, give it a shot, see where you land, learn, and then, you know, take that knowledge and move forward. I would say that taking more time to develop your physique is never a bad idea, but don't let the fear of not being ready, you know, deter you from ever doing it, right? If I felt that again, you know, when I first started, I might not be here now. You know, when I was 21, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot, and here we are. So I definitely would say that, you know, if you're in your early, mid, late teens, you know, give yourself that time to grow is probably not a bad idea. You know, as you get into your early 20s, you wanna do it, get at it. This is always a fun one. What is my go-to post-show meal? Now, normally it's pizza, right? Typically you're gonna have 2 options. Most competitors are gonna go either pizza or burgers. A lot of the time, refeeds, cheat meals, whatever you wanna refer to them as, depending on the coach, depending on the athlete, it's a burger and fries. Sushi's another popular one. For me, you guys know that I've macroed out on my refeed days on Fridays, a burger and fries. So to go out for a burger, you know, a greasy burger would be good, but pizza is where it's at. Now, with that being said, because I have shows back to back, I can't go for a free-for-all after the show. We won't know what I get to do till that day. It depends on what Cliff says. He might say, you know, stick to regular diet. He might say, go out, here's your parameters. You know, you can get like a steak and vegetables or something like that. Whatever he says goes. At that point, you know, it's not worth screwing things up for the sake of, you know, something that tastes really good. Being, you know, after my first show, then I'm 6 days out again. After my second, I'm 6 days out. So at the end of the day, what he tells me to do, I'm gonna do. But after the last show, we get pizza. Okay, these next 2 questions are kind of lumped together, so I'll address them together. 1, what is my training split? And what is my training frequency? So my training split has been the same for like 2 years now, basically. Basically, the entire off season and into this prep, we've kept it the same. So I've done, Monday's always a rest day, so I always rest after legs. So Monday, rest. Tuesday is back. Then with like a little bit of shoulders, a little bit of biceps. Wednesday is legs, then we rest. Then we go chest and arms. Then we go back and delts, legs on Sunday, and rest. So 5 days a week. I don't do any like 3 on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off, rotating. Not right now anyways. It's just a standard, you know, 7-day split. Monday off, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back to Monday off. So
training frequency, 5 days a week, and that's the split.
All right, guys, we'll wrap her up there. I think that was a nice little variety of questions for you all. Hopefully giving you some insight as to, you know, my prep, me, how I do things. And yeah, Q&As are always interesting because sometimes you never know what you're gonna be asked. Obviously, we filter through the dumb ones, but you know, for you guys that got questions through, I appreciate it. Appreciate the engagement, the support. On the last YouTube video we did, with me and Ural, I mentioned on my Instagram, I asked, you know, the video quality wasn't superb, right? Like if you guys watched the video, you know, you could see that there was a bit of a downgrade in quality. Now, that was with, you know, a camera that I had, and it's a little bit older, but, you know, it gives a different viewpoint on things, right? When I have someone there that's recording versus me just, you know, setting, you know, the camera up stationary or holding it like vlogging style. So, you know, I asked what you guys thought of it, and on Instagram anyways, there was good response as far as like, you know, even though it wasn't a 10 out of 10 video quality, the content, you know, you guys still enjoyed. Comment below if you guys are you know, interested in that kind of stuff moving forward, because, you know, initially the feedback was good. So I just want to kind of reiterate that one more time. If you guys want to see more of that kind of stuff, let me know. And it's definitely something we'll put more effort into. But yeah, anyways, got to get ready for work. Another standard day. It is a Wednesday, so we're into the shop for 11 o'clock. So we'll get cleaned up, get ready to go. Post-workout meal. Just keep trucking away. Tomorrow, 9 days out, single digits. Wow. It's crazy to think about. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is cool. Not a big YouTube channel by no means, but you know, the fact that we're on an upward trend is always a positive sign. So I appreciate, again, I appreciate the support as always. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one.